Out of sight, out of mind. With the opening of a new downtown shelter and the clearing of two major encampments, you might think homelessness in the city and the region has been solved, but this issue runs deep. There are still scores of homeless people without temporary housing and hundreds more who can't find a permanent place to live.
As KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan reports tonight, some say it's time for bolder solutions.
The city cleared out the Allegheny riverfront downtown, then decommissioned this encampment on the north side, many finding shelter in the newly opened 2nd Avenue Commons. But while less visible, the homeless have not gone away.
I think they're more scattered. They're a little bit more tucked in and off the beaten trail.
Even on the coldest nights, there are still homeless people who won't come to a shelter. They're living in more obscured encampments like this one off the 16th Street Bridge, or in individual tents, or squatting in vacant houses. Jarrell Gilliam of the Light of Life Missions says many still out there are severely mentally ill. He supports a controversial New York City policy of involuntarily committing those who are a danger to themselves or others.
Sometimes there's been this notion that by leaving a person out there who to me is suffering, leaving them out there is somehow letting them have their rights, and actually you're not treating them well.
Even with 2nd Avenue open, the county estimates there are still between 130 and 150 homeless people without temporary shelter, and hundreds more in shelters who cannot get into permanent housing, the ultimate goal of the county's Department of Human Services.
You could build all the shelter that you want. If you don't have flow into permanent housing, then people aren't really moving on.
DHS, which gets $40 million a year to address the homeless problem, supports a policy called Housing First. The idea has been to get the homeless into a place like 2nd Avenue where they receive counseling and other support with the goal of getting them a permanent place to live. But as the homeless population has grown, the process of getting people into permanent housing has slowed. In 2018, more than 700 people left shelter to a permanent destination. In 2022, only 415, a slowdown of more than 40%. The county's having a difficult time finding willing landlords to take them. So building owners, landlords, they don't want to rent to homeless people.
I think they're just looking at their options, and maybe because market rents have risen over the past couple of years, there are other people at their door willing to pay those rents.
The county is now offering landlords a $2,000 signing bonus to rent to a homeless person, and another $1,000 if they stay for a year.
We're just now getting the word out about those incentives and hoping that helps more people to be interested in this population.
But in about a quarter of those cases, the renters haven't stayed, abandoning those properties for life once again on the streets. Just another indication of how homelessness defies easy solutions. Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.